Hi, ladies and gentlemen. So in this video, I want to talk about energy and just talk about it. So just real quick, I wrote an article in my YouTube under the community tab about the double split experiment. And in that article, I talked about how the double split experiment, which is a quantum physics experiment, basically validated that our reality, unobserved without the consciousness, acts as a wave interference. A wave interference is basically just a whole bunch of points of reality without no solid structure. So reality is more like a wave interference. But what collapses that wave interference is our consciousness. By us just looking at this, at the wave functions with our consciousness, we collapse that wave function into something that's called matter. So that made people really think about life and say, does that mean we live in a stimulation? Because if everything is basically just a wave function when it's unobserved, then it's our consciousness that collapses it. It's like, that means our reality is based on our consciousness. So that's where the holographic universe comes into play. But also when you think of quantum physics down to the subatomic level, you realize that there's more space than there is actually more solid. So in reality, you realize that everything that's solid is really not solid. It's really actually more space and vibration. So when people talk about vibrations and vibes, they're talking about not only the energy vibe that they have of each other, but the energy vibe that you can feel off one another. For example, when you're off in nature, you know that we have instincts, and instincts is like that intuitive nature within us that kind of lets us know that something like we're in danger. A good example of this is when you look at someone like, let's just say a deer. A deer is in nature, it's eating, but if it feels predators, it will just size up. It doesn't think, it doesn't look, it doesn't logically think, it just senses its feelings. And if its feeling says go, it'll run. Because your instincts or your emotions or your body wants you to survive, right? So it's going to do everything to make you survive. So your instincts is like your vibration, just trying to help you survive in any type of situation. So that is when you get tapped into your psychic vibration, because it's really not you tapping into things, it's your psychic vibration that's tapping into things. So that's when you get into, when you have someone you're tapping into someone, if your vibration is not on the same frequency, you can say that person doesn't rub you the right way, or you're just not on the same vibe, or that person makes you feel uncomfortable. So all of this is just talking about how everyone has their natural psychic ability. It's usually their instincts, their intuition, the vibes they get off people, and so it's always good to pay attention to that vibe and energy. One last thing before I go is also pay attention to people who steal your energy, because usually when you interact with people, you want a symbiotic relationship where there's an even exchange of energy. But if you talk to someone and they're taking more energy and dumping energy off of you, you can usually tell this is a case when like you'd stop talking to someone and you're super, super drained and you're like, oh my God, I'm just exhausted. Usually in that case, someone's actually extracting energy from you and not taking energy from you. And you can always tell that's the case because the person who takes energy usually leaves feeling like, oh my God, that was a great conversation. I just have all this energy, because they just took all your energy, but then you feel drained. So just really paying attention to how you feel when you're around people is essential, because not only could you understand your energy, because the more your energy is depleted, the more they believe that you can have like diseases and things of that nature. So that's my quick video. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in my next one, and happy Friday.